Good day,
Saints.
Saints.
I'm William Winfield.
And I'm Bryson Holbrook. Our first story today, whether you love them or hate them, women. It's their History Month. Jules is here to tell us more.
For centuries in America, women's contributions in fields such as science, math, business, social movements, and so many more have been often overlooked. As a result, they were omitted from history. Luckily, there are 31 days of the year where we get to pause and celebrate the great women in our lives.
Women, they have minds, and they have souls, as well as just hearts.
March is National Women's History Month, as designated by Congress in 1987. The reason it is celebrated in March is because the first major suffragist parade took over Washington, D.C. on March 3, 1913. Matthew Nelson teaches about the women's suffrage movement in his history classes.
I don't think we realize how undervalued women have been in our society over time. We recently just went through the Civil War and the amendments, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the U.S. Constitution. The 15th Amendment gave African American males the right to vote, but all females didn't get the right to vote until 50 years later with the 19th Amendment in 1920.
This year's theme is celebrating women who tell our stories, highlighting women who have made contributions to media or storytelling. Kara Bauman is an English teacher at OCS who specializes in American literature.
It's awesome because this is representation for a whole group that shows that girls can do things, you can write things that resonate with a whole generation and not just one with males or females. I think that's significant.
There are many ways for everyone to celebrate Women's History Month, from watching documentaries, to listening to podcasts, to supporting women-owned businesses. Ali Ziriax is a sophomore who plans on celebrating this month.
I plan to celebrate Women's History Month by thanking all the incredible women in my life for everything they've done for me and just showing my appreciation for them. Y'all rock, ladies.
Women's History Month is a way for everyone to celebrate women's contributions to culture and society. Going on its 36 years of federally recognized month, we'll see if it continues to be celebrated for years to come. For SaintsWeekly, I'm Jules Reed.
Thanks, Jules. We're doing a play on Dolly Parton. Yes, I love the song Hello, I'm Dolly.
No, Bryson, that has absolutely nothing to do with Hello Dolly. Karis, please explain the preparation for this play.
Tech Week for the drama department is coming up really soon. Let's see how they're preparing for this year's Tech Week. Tech Week is from March 27th through March 31st.
The drama department is in full swing for Hello Dolly. We are rehearsing almost every day. We're supposed to have all our scripts memorized, all our dance memorized.
Tech rehearsals are from 3 to 10, Monday through Friday.
Everyone is getting ready with hair and makeup and costume. And then I usually try to start the show at about like 5:30 or 6 o'clock, and we go until 10 o'clock.
Tech rehearsals are a time for lights, sound, hair, and makeup to be tested.
Tech week? Okay, I'm going to my first tech rehearsal tonight. So I don't know what to expect. But, I plan to do what I can do.
Dinner is provided by the moms for the cast and crew every day. The drama department still has a lot to do in preparation for this year's Tech Week. Reporting for SaintsWeekly, I'm Karis Cooper.
Thanks, Karis. Don't you just love it when somebody else parks in your parking spot in the morning?
No, it makes me upset. Eli, please enlighten us with your boundless amount of knowledge.
Many students here at OCS wonder why first come, first serve parking is not a thing yet. Let's find out why.
First come, first serve parking means anyone can park anywhere available, but this has the potential to have perks and problems.
There was a problem with your car, if someone was to break into your car or there was an accident somewhere to hit it, we would have a hard time determining whose car it is if it was just first come, first serve.
Many people get here to park at their spot just as school begins and end up late, and spots remain empty throughout the day.
First come, first serve parking, I think that's a great idea. It really incentivizes students to get here on time, and even before that, just to get a good parking spot. And I think that if these handicapped people don't take up the spot, then I should have the right to just take it, for them if they're not going to show up.
Some upperclassmen enjoy the set parking because of their close parking spots to the school.
I think it's really nice. I got a good parking spot this year, so yeah.
Maybe in the future we'll see this rule be implemented into the school system. For SaintsWeekly, I'm Eli Schrader.
Thanks, Eli. How clean is your locker? Mine is absolutely devoid of life and anything of that matter.
Right. Connor, tell us more.
All the lockers around the school have many purposes, like storing trash or storing books. Lockers around the school are supposed to hold your supplies, but students use it for trash.
Well, first we have this awesome trophy from Chick-fil-A. Thanks, Greg. And then this homecoming shirt that I never opened. I think we got this from Cane's. And then these ski goggles.
Some students use their locker as a necessity, while others just put random stuff in there.
A water bottle. Another water bottle. My science book I never used. My soccer bag. And my picture from this year.
Mrs. Emig, a teacher at OCS, has some thoughts about cluttered lockers.
Cluttered lockers wind up leading to the smells that we've had in the hall. It's disgusting. And at the end of the year, it's the teacher's responsibility. Actually, it's a student's responsibility, but it winds up falling on the teachers that all this clutter needs to be taken care of.
I guess many people use their lockers like trash cans, like me. I mean, why do I even have paper towels? Reporting for SaintsWeekly, I'm Connor Davis.
Thanks, Connor. Bryson, I'm starting to get a little hungry, a little famished. You know what I mean?
I think I need some chicken. A word from our sponsors.
Why are you eating that lunch when you could have Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A's closed, man. Not anymore. Wow. Look at all those chickens.
Chick-fil-A added 2 new doors to the drive-thru, and so now it's going to be a lot smoother. The dining room got a lot smaller, and then we got more storage in the front so we don't have to keep going to the back.
The new door helps customers get their food faster and saves time for you at lunch. With this new addition, you can make it back to lunch faster. Eat more chicken from Chick-fil-A.
Thank you, Gwen, for that great news.
It's springtime. Guess what time it is?
No.
Yes.
Fine, it's spring sports time. Thomas, explain.
With spring sports starting this season, many students have different views on how their season will go.
Landon talks about his outlook on the upcoming soccer season and how he thinks it will go.
Yeah, spring sports have kicked off pretty well. We got absolutely creamed by Heritage Hall, but other than that, I'm really positive about this season and excited.
Kyle talks about joining the tennis team and how he prepares for the season.
Preseason was pretty good. I was here for 2 days of it. We've already started tournaments, and it's been pretty fun. Practices, nice, and I like the coaches.
Braden talks about how they plan to succeed in this upcoming golf season.
It's going to be a really competitive year. There's a really good group of guys that are right now on the golf team, a lot of iron sharpens iron type of stuff. We're just looking to get a good first couple tournaments and then make a big push towards state.
I can't wait for students to develop into their seasons. Reporting for SaintsWeekly, I'm Thomas Strauss.
Thanks, Thomas. Is cheer a sport?
I'm not going to answer that. Landon, tell us more.
Cheer is no doubt one of the most entertaining events out there. And today, we're going to take on the controversial question. Is it a sport?
Is cheer a sport?
Yes. Am I in it? Yeah. Oh, for sure. Actually, I'm going to back this up. Okay, school cheer. Yeah, it's not a sport.
Sideline cheer is not, but like
Competitive cheer is. And like state, like that's a sport. Like you guys would probably like die if you came to our practice, you know?
Yeah, you would.
Yes.
I just want
Well, my sister does it, so I have to say yes.
Depends.
Is cheer a sport?
No.
It's cheering for other sports. It's not a...
No. Well, very debatable. I think they're just a bunch of girls like throwing each other up in the air.
No, unless you're a guy, then it definitely is.
Whenever they do the flips and crud, that stuff's the sport. But like sitting on that sideline, no, that's not a sport.
Competitive cheerleading is a sport. They're very athletic and active in what they do. It is an actual sport.
Absolutely not.
That was pretty uncomfortable. Reporting for SaintsWeekly, I'm Landon Hahn.
Thanks, Landon. Hey, Bryson, do you like bubbles?
I love bubbles.
Luke, tell us more.
It's National Bubbles Week. I'm going to go find some random students and see how they're celebrating this week.
Sir, what is your opinion on National Bubbles Week?
National Bubbles Week is very important to me and my oh goodness. It's important to me and my family. We celebrate every day. We remember where we came from and how bubbles are used to create the environment we live in.
I love bubbles. I love bubble gum. Oh, okay.
How do you celebrate National Bubbles Week? Hey, look at Chloe.
I feel like it's a lot of me time in the shower, in the bathtub, water dripping in the basin. I think it's just really beautiful. You can be so creative in there, and it's a really great time.
How do you celebrate National Bubbles Week?
I didn't even know this was a thing, bro.
How do you celebrate National Bubbles Week?
I didn't even know it was Bubble Week, but I'm not celebrating.
National Bubbles Week.
National Bubbles Week? Well, as I'm being bathed in bubbles like golden sand sun, I have absolutely no idea how to celebrate Bubbles Week. This is honestly pretty delightful. I might go take a bubble bath or shower in some or something, but I can't see. It's getting all in my eyes, and yeah, this is truly amazing experience. My eyes are hurting now, but it's okay.
My daughter's got a little Minnie Mouse bubble blower, and we'll get that out and play with that on the back porch today.
It reminds me of SpongeBob SquarePants. When SpongeBob blows those bubbles.
It's National Bubbles Week, and I'm celebrating with some students.
Thank you, Luke, for such a miraculous news package.
Did you hear what week it is?
Yes, by the way, are you a silly, goofy guy, William?
No.
Well, I am a silly, goofy, ha-ha kind of guy.
Grande, take it away.
It's National Goof Off Week, so we're going to see how students goof off here at OCS. Mason, how do you goof off?
I'll just randomly yell.
I like to do ha-ha silly things, right? So what I do is I go to the local Brahms, right? And I swap out all the meals and make them wrong, okay? And then I take a cane sticker and put it on each wrapper so they think it's a sabotage, and that starts a brand war. And that's my ha-ha moment every weekend.
I like to play a lot of Fortnite. Like, when I'm not playing Fortnite, that's what I do during my silly time. There's some things that are said in the Xbox party that are quite silly, make me quite a silly goose.
I like to blow bubbles.
How do you goof off?
Usually I like to buy a clown costume and parade the streets of Oklahoma.
I'm probably just gonna stay at home and not do a whole lot.
Just plan to do some goofy things. There's nothing much else to it.
Tyler, how do you goof off in your silly time?
Man, I get pretty goofy in my silly time. I usually just lay in bed and think about life and it gets pretty goofy.
Wow, OCS is goofy off. Reporting for OCS Saints Weekly, I'm Braden Grande.
Thanks, Grande.
What an exquisite newscast with such dashing and truly professional hosts. Thank you for joining us.
Tune in next week for our next edition of Saints Weekly.
Bye.